Hey crafty friends, this is Amanda. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Welcome to my channel. Thanks for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Today I thought we would play with the Rooted in Nature and Loyal Leaf set, all which will be retiring at the end of this month, which is April 2021. Ugh, who likes saying that? All right, well, I'm really sorry to see these particular ones go. They are extremely versatile, and then I thought I would show you how versatile they are. The Loyal Leaves, this leaf looks awfully like these other leaves, but I like the sentiments a lot in the Loyal Leaf set, especially for older gentlemen. Well, gentlemen. Let's just say gentlemen. It's more nice, appropriate. It's just better. All right, so I'm taking some Blackberry Bliss cardstock here. Yes, this is an A2 size, full A2 size. I thought I would chop it down, but then I got, so nervous at the end. So I'll just stick it on a full sheet, no panel this time. But I started by using my anti-static bag, my little magic bag, and putting down some of the powder in there. Then I will use my Versamark, and although you can't see it, it's a clear, sticky, embossing ink, I'm going to be laying down these leaves so that they're fluttering down. Now, this is a perfect fall set, fall Christmassy set. If you use it during springtime, I am extremely proud of you because this is more like a fall set. But I'm still sorry to see it go. I really like the set. I'm going to then use some bronze embossing powder. And no, I didn't know I have an accent today. I just grabbed it along the way. Sorry about that. But anyway, so I'm going to be tapping my fingers underneath to remove any of the excess embossing powder where I don't want it. I will put that back in my little jar and close the lid because I am super afraid of embossing while my lid's open. Let me know in the comment section below if you don't mind embossing with the lid open. But then I'll bring my very warm heat tool. Did I mention I needed a new heat tool? This is about the 12th time, right? Because I've dropped it so many times that, yeah, it's still not in stock, so I still can't grab it. And I don't want another brand because, ours is the best. It has those two settings, one for just drying and one for embossing. So what are you going to do? Two tools in one. So I really think this turned out nice. What do you think? And I didn't know what to do with it after that. I was like, oh, why mess with the perfection? This is so pretty. Why would I want to add anything to this? Now, really, I'm joking. I'm thinking, I don't know what to do with this next. I did not look. That's not true. I did look on the internet what I could make with these, and I was so overwhelmed that I decided you should not look on the internet if you want to make your own card, Amanda, because everything has already been done with these cards. So I put them away. I put the internet away and just decided to play. And that's what I did with these two sets. It was a wonderful time. I enjoyed it. This was like 4 or 5 days ago. I've been in bed since, but we're not going to talk about that because I'm trying to be happy here. So I take another little piece of Blackberry Bliss. I think I told you that in the beginning. And I stamp this little itty bitty teeny tiny setting that's sentiment that says just for you. Now, if you think I'm crazy, I know I'm crazy. That's nothing new. But then I decided to use the Versamark and just put the leaf over it. And I'm cutting directly around it. Now, in real life, you can see the leaf pattern, but I didn't want to stamp the leaf and then put the just for you because then everything would be, embossed. So I didn't. So you only see in the background in real life when you really can't see it, you only see, the veins of the leaves and then the leaf cutout. And then I thought, well, maybe I'll just pop this up. But I thought, no. What it really needs is some thread. I didn't have any gold thread, but I did have this gold twine. Is it called twine? I don't know, but I think it's called twine in the new catalog, and that's all that you need to know about is that, yes, we have gold twine. Thank you very much. I'm so excited. Now, for me, these little messy thingies are anything but easy. If they're easy for you, congratulations. They're not easy for me. I spend a whole lot of time on them to make them look messy and not practice, which is kind of funny, but not really. So I just wrap them around my fingers and then I stick them down. And I keep sticking them down. See, I'm just sticking them on that gluey part. And it looks okay right now. I mean, I know you're thinking this is a hot mess, but once I put it over there, it looks okay. The problem is that I touch it. And I didn't want any of the ends showing. So did you see I pushed that little end? And that looks okay right now. But you know me, I had to touch it. Yep, there comes that little end. Now I play with this a little bit anymore and I fluff it. That's the only thing that's the only word I can come up with is fluff. And then I'm like, well, I'm not playing with this anymore. I'm going to cut it off so you can't see it. And there you go. I'm just going to stick that on my card and card number 1 is done. This is a piece of Masking Magic, which is a mask paper, very thin piece of double, sticky side. This is a sticky, but it's like Post-it note sticky, but the top paper is not Post-it note paper. It's really kind of nice. It's kind of like it's a little bit more coated, and so it doesn't, it doesn't rip, but you can use it more than once is what I'm trying to say. But I was cheap, which kind of makes no sense because then I use lots of washing paper. But I should have cut a mask out the size of my card or a little bit bigger because I knew I'd have to mask it off anyways. So here I am masking off the rest of my cards so that I don't get any ink onto it. Now I also tried playing with putting down some ink on my block and then spraying it, but it got too messy and I decided, no, I just want to do some ink blending. So I decided to do ink blending, and what I had on my table is what I was using. I know. I thought about it a lot, but really what I had, I was using, and that was that. So I took this pretty peacock, which I thought right about here, like where am I going to put it? Where am I going to put it? I thought this was going to be a bad mistake. In about 20 seconds, you'll understand why. There wasn't really a delineation between this and the Coastal Cabana. The Coastal Cabana is very green, but then I couldn't really get it to, it looks better in a few minutes. Don't worry, I keep working this to get it a nicer blend. And of course, blends never look really nice on camera, but it does look a little bit nicer than this. But I thought I did something really by mistake because I went light, very dark, and then a medium dark. And I thought, oh, Amanda. And I thought, how am I going to make this work? And I thought, you're just going to make it work. So, but you'll see in a little bit, it actually turns out pretty good. Now, as you know, I have been cleaning my stamps, which is, only half the time, but still it's better than none. And then I'll remove this little mask, which is so satisfying. And then one perfect rectangle. Now for the Masking Magic, it does come out, a little piece of the tape had, taken apart my paper, so I just glued it back up. But the Masking Magic, I did it in 2 parts because the backing comes off in 2 parts. So, and then I used my grids, but if I took off all the masking, I was worried that my rectangle could become wonky. So I did it half and half on the table with the mask backing still on with the sticky part, and then I put it down. I hope that makes sense. If not, I'm really sorry, but I did that if you want to rewind. Next, I am using the Gina K amalgam ink. Wonder what the real name of it is. Maybe when I close the door. And the reason is because it is really dark and very pretty. And it's also like an everything ink. You can do everything you want to do with this. It's just amalgam ink, I guess, but it's a hybrid ink. It's not a dye. It's not a pigment. It's one in between. And yes, I know I got some on my hands, so I'll clean off really quickly because I just knew it was coming. But I really like the sentiment. I'm not one to like the reverse sentiments that have these little strippy thingies. I don't normally like these, but I really do like this particular sentiment. Be strong, be bold, be you, I think it is. I know at the end is be you, but I really like this. And then, of course, it needs some pretty peacock because it's going away and I will miss it. But look now how that light, really dark, and medium dark looks like it's kind of like a cutoff. So you have, like a landscape. Now, this landscape would be better if that was water, but note to self, probably should have done these in green. Wah, wah. And blue, maybe. But you know what? It's just pretty. It's meant to be pretty. And I really wanted to do Pretty Peacock because it's going away. And I'll miss it. Please let me know in the comment section below what your favorite in color that's now going to be in retired in color going to be. Be strong. Be bold. Be strong, be happy, be you. See, nothing like I thought it was. But it's a nice saying for men or for women. So I'm going to add a pretty peacock. Oh, good heavens. Amanda's just silly today. A2 side card base. A2, again, half of a sheet of paper. So 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 when all cut down. This is a 4 by 5 1/4 piece of Whisper White. I'm sorry, basic white. How long that's going to take to get saying that? But this is actually Whisper White because I haven't started using the basic white. Just to let you know. And then I'll add some adhesive on the background. I can't find my regular Stampin' Seal. So this is Stampin' Seal Plus, so that's why I'm using it generously. No, not generously, sparingly. And I'm going to turn my card the correct way to open. And I have one pretty nice card. Well, I think it's nice. All right. So this Rooted in Nature set comes with this really large log piece. And as you will see in a second, I've never used it. And I thought, that's strange. This is a really cool piece. I also did look to see in my stash if I had any of that leftover paper. Well, that's not true. I did have leftover paper of the wood stuff, but because you guys couldn't get it, I didn't use it. See how nice? But there is that other DSP that's very, has pictures of, I do have my catalog here. I could just actually tell you what it is. But I'm going to stamp that on with soft suede on Whisper White. Now, if I knew now at this point in my little video what I know at the end of the video, I would have done this on Very Vanilla because, of course, I don't go the way that I think I'm going because it was the wrong way. But other than that, all right, let me see what that paper is called so you guys know what I'm saying. The paper that would go really nicely with this set is, well, there's lots of them, but the one I'm thinking about is called the In Good Taste Designer Series paper. It has different textiles. Very cool. So I thought that I would use this one, this piece of Designer Series paper, which is the Forever Greenery, because I have some of it left. And I thought greenery, green, spring, almost spring. I mean, I know it's not really spring, but in Michigan, it's almost spring. I mean, there's a little bit of grass and some flowers are coming out. So I guess that means spring. But, so I'm still going with it right now, thinking, yes, I'm going to go with this. And then I pull out this really cool tree. I think this, what did this set replace? This is called Rooted in Nature. And the other one was, I can see it in my mind. It's been there forever and then it went away suddenly. But this tree is a really cool tree. And I stamped it down like, I am not fussy cutting that. There is just no way. So I'm like, maybe I could make it a shape. I'm still playing at this time. Can you see? That's why it's kind of going fast because I have no idea what I'm doing. But I will pretty soon. Once I bring this out, I got my direction. So this is it's almost like suede. Let me see if it's in this catalog or the new catalog. This, oh my good heavens. It's dark brown. And I can see that it starts with an E. Oh my goodness. I guess it's not the time to do voiceovers today. I mean, I thought that it was a good time because I was awake, but All right. Early Espresso. See, I told you it's the Early Espresso ribbon. It looks like suede. It's gorgeous. And then soft suede at the bottom. Let me see. I think it's in the other catalogs, this soft suede. I'm sorry, this Early Espresso ribbon. But then I take the Sentiment Older and Wiser, which is a really nice sentiment for a gentleman, I think. Wiser is important to men. women, we're all wise all the time. Never mind. I didn't say that. That's just rude. Okay. So then I'm going to take the leaves again from Rooted in Nature, the large ones, and I'm going to stamp one of them in Early Espresso and one of them in is it crumb cake or is it soft suede? Anyways, what need to know is we should have used Very Vanilla because white doesn't go as nicely as the Very Vanilla would. And it must be in the other catalog because I do not see must be in the catalog that ends in June or maybe July now because they pushed back the catalog. I hope I said catalog and not Cadillac. Whoops, daisies. But anyways, they did push it back because, oh no, faux suede trim is what it's called. I was wrong. It's Early Espresso. It is in 1/4 of an inch. Then I'm going to take about a 2 3/4 inch piece of soft suede and add it at the bottom here. But what I was saying was the new catalog that's coming up, the mini catalog that's called July through December catalog will not be coming out until August. I don't know if that means that our things will not be retiring till then. I'm not quite sure. I will call and let you guys know in the next video what I find out about what that means for how long our items will be staying from the current catalog, January through June. So I use a little bit of the Stampin' Sale Plus on the back, wrap around my ribbon, and this very simple but masculine card is done. Now, I think I could have added some more ribbon here, but that's just me as a girl. I think for men, this very simple, straightforward card looks pretty good. I'm going to stamp up the Older and Wiser in Early Espresso. I think if I went back, if I had to do it over, I would do some texture on the top just to get a little bit of texture. This is a very flat card. But other than that, I think it's a pretty easy masculine card that can be reproduced nicely. And since I have some more cards that I need to get done here, I think I might do that. You guys have a blessed day. Let me know if you have this set or if you're going to get this set. I'll see you next time. Thanks again for your time.